You're listening to One Family, What's God Doing? Where we explore what God is doing in YWAM locations in Virginia and beyond. We can't wait for you to hear what God is doing today. Welcome back to What's God Doing, and as you can see, it's another special episode. You recognize this guy, but you didn't get to meet this young lady who, by the way, something special has happened in her life. So what's something recent God's been doing in your life, Bella?
Illustrating a book.
Wait, you illustrated a book?
Yes.
What book?
This book.
And what book is that?
Tori the Tornado.
Tori the Tornado topples a tower. All right, so yes, this young lady is the illustrator of this book. This is actually a fun example of what engaging ministry as a family can look like. So we've been trying to figure that out for a long time. But Bella and I realized that she has a gift for illustrating, and I like to write. And so what we did is we worked together to create this book. What is this book about?
A tornado.
And?
Cloud. A cloud.
Claudia the Cloud.
She knocks over her friend's tower, which is Claudia.
So she knocks over Claudia's tower. How's Claudia feel? What does Claudia say?
Don't be knocked down, my tower.
Yeah. Tori apologizes, right? But did that make everything better?
No.
No. So a big thing that this book looks into is sometimes we feel like we just say, I'm sorry. It makes everything better. But it's important to figure out how we can make things right. Now, why is it important? Let's see who can give me an answer. Why is it important to figure out ways to make things right instead of just saying sorry? Go ahead.
Because we want to be nice to our teachers, friends, family members.
Yeah. And why do you think it's important to make things right beyond just saying words like I'm sorry?
Because sometimes you'll do it again and that friend will get mad at you and never talk to you again.
Yeah, if all you do is say I'm sorry but don't actually make any changes, it can be difficult.
I'm sorry.
So.
I'm sorry.
All right. So, show the book. Now, here's what's fun about this book. Bella, show them the kids section in the back. Stories are a great way for kids to learn sometimes challenging concepts. In fact, Jesus told a lot of stories because he knows even grown adults can struggle with that. And so we have two things.
For kids.
Questions for kids. These are ways that kids can dig a little deeper beyond the story. And what's the next section? Is this just for kids?
No. Concept for adults.
Yeah, so this gives a way for adults to press in deeper too. And so here's the deal, folks. This young lady did all the illustrations in this book. Show them your favorite picture. And if you want to celebrate what she's doing and support future things, you are more than welcome to get your own copy of Tori the Tornado. This is our favorite picture.
This is when Tori knocks over Claudia's tower, and instead of crying, she rains.
Yeah,
so
that
it's
was very
she's
creative.
raining instead of crying. That's why I made her a cloud.
Yeah, that was a good idea. You were very creative. And so we actually have several ideas for future books, but it really comes down to will this one kind of get some traction? But there's actually something even more exciting, maybe not more exciting, but just as exciting. There's a book that I've created called Something in the Froth that actually was picked up by a publisher. And we are raising funds to actually professionally publish that. And we're using this book to do it. So proceeds from this book support Bella and her future illustrating efforts. It supports the publishing of another book. And what entity inspired a lot of this book? It's a place that you have on your sweatshirt, not my face. Imago Dei Neighborhood School helped inspire it both directly and also just in how they support students. Yep, Joshua's got it too. We want to show our thanks to Imago Dei for the ways that they're equipping students by, I don't know what's happening. All right. by Also sending some of the proceeds from this to them.
Ow.
So as you can see, sometimes ministry as a family can be a little tricky. It can get a little crazy. But for me, this has been a beautiful way of seeing God at work because our family has actually worked together. The rest of the family shared ideas, thoughts, inspiration, and they're going to be a part of the audiobook, the whole family. So this is Claudia. You got to hear a little bit about it. You want to say it again?
Tori knocked over my tower.
Yeah. So
Tori knocked over my tower.
we're recording this pretty close to bedtime. We're pretty close to done. But actually, we want to let you hear some of those voices. And so here's a short clip of Tori the Tornado topples the tower.
Tori the Tornado.
Tori was a tornado, full of energy and excitement. She loved to rush around and play. One day, as Tori blew through the room, she knocked over Claudia's block tower. Claudia began to cry and call for the teacher.
Tori knocked down my tower.
Tori frowned.
I didn't mean to. Sometimes I can't help how much energy I have.
The teacher nodded.
I know, Tori. Sometimes we do things we don't mean to, but we should always try to make it right.
Tori felt that it was unfair that she was blamed for something that was an accident. When the teacher kept watching, she sighed
Fine, I'm sorry.
and blew away. Tori went back to playfully rushing around, but began to notice that Claudia had not moved.
Tori the Tornado!
We want to thank you so much for letting us share about, show them the book again, Tori the Tornado Topples a Tower. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to www.wheredidyousee.com/Tori-the-tornado. Help encourage us in future books that we write as a family doing ministry together. And we want to thank you for journeying with us as we together as one family explore what it means to know God and make Him known. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of One Family, What's God Doing? If you'd like to learn more about what God's doing in Virginia, visit us at ywamva.org and join us next week for more stories of God at work.